Did you know that more millionaires will be created during this recession than any other time in our history? Hi, I'm Alexandra, back with Turning Your Passion into Profit. In this video, I'm going to let you in on even more behind-the-scenes tips and tools from the Small Business Academy. I'm going to share with you some of the most profitable business building strategies and give you another short course. However, this time the topic is how to get traffic into your business using business physics so you can get in front of a lot more people who want to buy your products and services. Before we get moving too quickly, I want to stop and offer you a big thank you again. There have been over 1,000 amazing, encouraging, insightful, and enthusiastic comments and questions about both videos. I just want you to know that your words are absolutely the fuel that keeps me motivated and inspired to create even more tools for your business success, so thank you so much. Now, believe it or not, I read each and every one of your comments, and just like before, you've had some pretty specific questions about creating a more profitable business, and as it happens, I can help. So before I start the short course on how to get more traffic into your business, I want to take a minute to answer some questions about great ways to use the marketing message you created in the last video. I'm going to show you what it takes to market your message and make it into an attention grabber and memorable. So when you're thinking about taking your marketing message to the next level, consider this. Think about the potential impact your product or services could have on the daily lives of your customers. Let's call this the transformation. Show your customers or clients how your product or service will solve their problem, meet their most urgent need, and in what way it will improve the daily quality of their lives. Andy Jenkins puts it this way: what story can you help them tell once they own the stuff you sell? So when you're creating your marketing message, you always want your goal to be to help your customers by giving them the information they need to make the right decision. You do this by helping them see what their experience will be once they own your product or service. Use written specifications of the features of your product or service, and then show them with images how your product or service can transform their experience once they own your product or service. In other words, in what ways will their daily experience be transformed? Now, before you get all stressed, just remember the marketing message formula you learned in the last video. The first time you create your marketing message is always the hardest, and each one will get easier and better until you're doing it with excellence, like a pro. Now, just a word of warning, like before, I'm going to move pretty fast so I can give you as much information as I can. Remember, you can always watch this video more than once if you missed something on the first time. So let's talk about what you're going to do with your marketing message now that you've created it. The primary goal of owning a business is to help people and to generate money. Your marketing message is the invitation to your customers and the introduction to your customers of your brand, products, and services. So now that you have your message, how can you use it to get more customers in the door? We've covered a few ways in the second video, but I want to tell you about a real-life example of one of my clients that found himself about 45 days from being out of business. That's all the cash he had left on hand before he would have to close his restaurant and bar for good. And because he had not obeyed my cardinal rule of not taking on debt and using your own assets to fund your business, he was also in danger of losing his home as well. So the first thing I had him do was create his marketing message using the formula I've already showed you. Because he had virtually no capital and very little time, I had him get creative. Remember, the most effective marketing tools and techniques are usually free and at least very low cost. This technique is one that any business can use, no matter if you sell a product, a service, or even have an online business. The principles are the same and they work for any business type. So on with the story. I suggested that he pick a Friday night about 2 or 3 weeks away and start telling the customers that did come in that night he was going to have a very special event at his restaurant in just a few weeks, but seating was limited and by reservation only. The reservation list was full in just 72 hours after the chef and I first spoke. Because he was in the food industry and that organics is one of the things people have not cut back on during this recession, I suggested that my client, the chef, take some time and visit his local farmer's market to see if there was a local farmer that sold organic food. Well, sure enough, he found a farmer who was also struggling to expand his market base, even though the quality of his food was exceptional. The farmer's market was on Thursday, which meant that the farmer was going home with a lot of fresh organic food and no place to sell it until the next week, by which time it would most likely spoil. My suggestion was that my client, the restaurateur, and the farmer team up and help each other out to mutually bolster each other's business. Here are the keys to this story, and I suggest you take some notes. Both shared a common customer base, and both were in the same industry, but neither was directly competitive with the other. Both were potentially dependent on each other as a supplier and vendor. You could call it a symbiotic relationship. I'm sure you could think of maybe a few for your own business. The farmer supplied the organic food for the night of the event that he did not sell and the day before at the market to the chef, along with a card for each table. On each card was a short marketing message for the farmer and his contact information. The chef called the local press and invited them to cover the event with one caveat. Whoever arrived first with a camera crew would get an amazing and exclusive opportunity to come inside to cover the event, which also included access to the kitchen and personal interviews with the chef and the organic farmer. I also suggested to my client, the chef, that using the marketing message he had created, he contact all local civic organizations and let them know about his special event and ask them to pass on the word to their local members. As a rule, local civic clubs tend to be very supportive of their own, so use this as a good resource for publicity. The day of the event, all 3 local television stations showed up with camera crews 5 hours early in an attempt to be the first and get that exclusive story, which became a story in and of itself. The night was such a success that after the expenses, the chef and the farmer made enough money that they decided to do it all over again the very next night. In just 48 hours, using just a few of the physics principles of success from the Small Business Academy, the chef and the organic farmer made enough money to cover their business expenses for the next 6 months, and went from being a small restaurant and a local organic farm that nobody had heard of to the hottest place in town that everybody was talking about. The demand for the farmer's goods has been so great that he has now opened a fruit, herb, and vegetable market at his farm on the days of the week he's not at the farmer's market. So let's break down each of the principles that the chef used to turn his business into an overnight success. First, he partnered with someone who shared his customer base but was not a competitor. He created an event at his place of business that was mutually beneficial to himself, his partner, and their shared customer base. He used resources that were available at no cost, and in the case of the farmer, would have gone to waste anyway if he had not used them. The chef used 3 motivating factors to get the local press to cover the event: fear that another station would beat them out of an exclusive story, personal power that the first to arrive would get the hottest story of the day, and freedom that the ratings of the winning station would be higher, thus bringing additional local advertising dollars. The chef created dishes that in appearance and taste were of the highest quality and were served with excellence. The event was limited to one night and was a reserved seating on a first-come, first-reserved basis, which created a feeling of scarcity and generated interest. Finally, the chef and the farmer reinvested their profits from the first night into one additional night. The chef continues to create new and amazing dishes and consistently serves only the finest organic food that is served with excellence. The farmer has now a steady new client in the chef, which gives them both more public credibility. Now, here's the kicker. Neither the chef nor the farmer actually laid out any additional cash for this event that literally transformed both their businesses and reputations. They just used the principles of business physics, and you can too. In case you think you need to have some special skills to pull something off like this, think again. The chef had never done anything like this, but he was motivated by fear of losing his business, his livelihood, and even possibly his home. So much so, in fact, that he was willing to step out of his comfort zone and try something that he'd never done before to save his business and turn his life around. You can do this too. It's so much easier than you think. In the Small Business Academy actually walks you through step by step. So what have you got to lose? No, really, what will it take to get you moving and turn your business into a huge success? I know that this video has been fairly dense, so feel free to come back and watch it again as often as you need. And I hope one of the big takeaways is that business physics has endless possibilities in how it can transform your business and your personal financial security. Let's do a quick review. In video number 1, we talked about how so many people are afraid of owning and operating their own business, and that it's leaving huge opportunities for you to clean up while others sit on their hands and wait. In video number 2, I showed you how to create financial security for your business and your family. Grow your customer base by keeping it personal, nurturing personal relationships to create repeat customers, and staying in touch with your best customers. And the feature advantage benefit formula to start to creating your very own marketing blueprint like a pro. And in this video, I showed you how to use your marketing message to generate profit, grow your customer base all in one day, and how to get others to advertise your business for you. For the rest of this video, I'd like to have more of a conversation with you. This is a high-end, content-packed business success coaching program, better known as the Small Business Academy. And it was an idea I had when I was giving a small business success seminar to a group of small business owners. So after a few mochas and a lot of creative thinking, the Small Business Academy was born. The Small Business Academy program is created so that its members will be able to enjoy and use the same knowledge and skills that the successful business elite know, become empowered to reach their business success goals, and create and develop the tools they need, including professional marketing programs, training for their employees that closes the sale, and even the ability to develop their own products from scratch that will move like a bullet train. I also show Small Business Academy members how to grow their own successful business using the same success principles that the self-made business world elite have used to start and grow their companies into multi-million and billion-dollar industries, and to do it fast. In this video, I'm going to show you two things. I'm going to show you what you get as a member of the Small Business Academy program, and give you as much information as I can to help you decide if it's the right program at the right time for you and your business. In the last 3 videos, I've been doing a bit of light teaching, but when you're working on building a secure financial future for yourself and your family, there is absolutely no room for confusion. So I'm going to go in depth and personally walk you through each step. You and I will start together right from the very first lesson, empowering you with tools and knowledge to build your business into a success, relieving a lot of stress and worry. Small Business Academy has a lot to offer, so I'm going to go even faster than I have before. This is a premium education with a high level and high quantity of information. You're going to learn how to think like a successful business owner and just what it takes to become an entrepreneur. You'll learn the innate qualities of a successful entrepreneur and have full access to worksheets that will take you through the process of finding out if you have what it takes to enter the world of small business before you leave your current position, limiting your risk and protecting you from making a costly mistake. Conversely, you may also learn that now is the time for you to make your move, and that you may in fact be better suited being in charge of your own destiny. You're going to learn how to choose the right business for you and your area before you invest, saving you time and money. You will also learn how to think creatively to grow your business and develop new products, how to establish a sound financial base using proven strategies that will secure your financial future and build your bottom line, the difference between creating a customer base of your own and competing with others for the same business, and how to choose and manage employees, when to hire, and what qualities to look for when you're making your choice. You'll also learn how to define your path to success using a fun and unique process that I've developed myself. You're going to form the right business structure for you that will keep your personal assets safe while minimizing your tax liability. How to handle difficult times and keep your business sound and thriving. The fastest results getting ways to grow your business using strategies that I've used to grow my own company and I'm still using today to reach even higher levels of success. You'll get an in-depth lesson on marketing methods that will just cost you money without delivering the results you need and expect, and which ones will generate greater results than you could possibly imagine for little or no cost. How to ensure that your business is a positive contribution to your community and why it's so important to your success. And finally, some final thoughts from me from my own insights and experiences and an overview of everything we've learned put together in one Start to Success lesson. Phew, I told you there was a lot, but I'm not done. The downloadable Small Business Toolkit provides you with a step-by-step checklist and all the templates and frameworks for each lesson as you learn to build your successful business, making each step simple, easy to understand, and stress-free. I've done all the work for you, and I've put it together in an easy fill-in-the-blanks format. Your copy of the Princeton Principle, which is also downloadable, provides you with in-depth content to each lesson in simple and easy to understand terms that you can apply to your business as you move through each lesson. Both the Small Business Toolkit and the Princeton Principle are available in a variety of formats, which include hardback, paperback, Kindle, or EPUB, making it super easy for you to get them in the format of your choice. In fact, it's actually important that you apply what you've learned in each lesson right away. My goal for you is by the time you've completed the Small Business Academy training course, you will have the start of a successful business of your own that you can continue to grow using what you've learned. The Small Business Academy will help you do just that right from the first lesson. No waiting, less stress, no wasted effort, better results. And that's always a good thing in my book. But guess what? I am still not done. I also have 2 other special bonuses for you. While you're a part of the Small Business Academy community, you will have a number of Q&A opportunities to ask me questions, and I also have about a dozen financial templates to give you a jump start and get your business organized while you're learning to be successful. You'll have full access to all of them. When I told you this was a premium education with a high level and high quantity of information, I wasn't kidding. My goal is to give you such good information that you dream about building your business at night, because during the day you're going to have access to a huge library of tutorials right from the start to actually begin building the business of your dreams. So here's my promise to you. You will learn how to start and grow your business in the most profitable and efficient way that I know how. I told you that I would give you the information you need to help you decide if this Small Business Academy program is right for you. So let's start with the obvious. Simply subscribing to this program will not cause tons of money to suddenly appear in your bank account. The second thing is that we will be building your business, which means that you'll have to do things like build your business, and that will require that you actually have to do things, just so we're clear. But I can't make you actually do the work, so please, and I mean this with all compassion and respect, take a moment and ask yourself if you're ready to experience this profound of a result in your life. I've been around the small business world long enough that I can tell you the people that learn and actually apply the business physics are the ones that end up getting the successful results. Okay, so let's get the tuition question out of the way. I'm not going to anchor the cost of the Small Business Academy against the $145,000 of a 4-year education or the $50,000 of a small business degree from your local community college. You already know that it won't teach you marketing and best practices of business physics. So here's what I wanted you to know. If you're financially destitute, don't subscribe. Take the videos that I've made, put them to work for you, and get yourself financially squared away. I hope that wasn't too harsh. If you're thinking about taking food money or rent money for this, you have other things that are more important right now. And second, I want to be clear on this. You will have all the videos, the book, the toolkit, all the templates, all the checklists. So what happens after? I'm not going to leave you hanging. That's right. There's still more. Did you see how we have built this awesome community together? there are thousands of people that are starting or already own their own business, and I want to create the same sort of community inside the Small Business Academy. So I will keep working with you in the form of new content and new training, regular Q&A opportunities, new portal features that will help you connect with other Small Business Academy members. You can share expertise, discuss new opportunities, and even work together on projects. This is just one of the benefits I will roll out, though you won't have to wait long to get all the information, training, video, templates, toolkit, and book. If you want to take a slower pace, you have access to all the training for as long as you're a member, so you can really never fall behind, and you can come back to revisit the training as often as you need to. You will have unlimited access to all the training, which will give you the greatest opportunity to successfully create and grow your business. You will be able to meet and potentially collaborate with other small business owners to grow your business and your bottom line faster with less work using the business physics principles you will learn in the Small Business Academy. You will also receive ongoing training, updates, tools, and Q&A opportunities even after your initial training is complete. Of course, you have the option to unsubscribe if you find this is not right for you. You may have seen online educational programs and product launches, some of them big launches, and I have too. What I've never seen is the literally thousands of sparkling, glowing comments from people who are excited about creating their own successful business and changing their future. You've seen that there's clearly a demand. You need to make a decision, and I hope that the straight talk that I've used here will help you do that. If you're ready, this is what you can do. To the right of this video is a subscribe button, and you have the opportunity to register for entrance into the Small Business Academy before others. This is important because I will have to close the program once the membership reaches a level I think I can manage effectively without overstretching. So I would encourage you to click the subscription button if you want first crack at one of the limited openings that are available. I also just wanted to take a moment and say thank you. This whole process of showing you the power of starting and growing your own business has been a terrific experience, and your warmth and friendship and the thousands of wonderful comments from around the world have been enormously gratifying, inspiring, and motivates me to continue to create other opportunities to help you reach your business success goals. I do hope to see you inside the Small Business Academy, where we can take what we've done here together to a whole new level. So thanks so much, and I hope to see you inside.